Hey there cats, good time of the day to you and thank you for tuning into my channel. Today I'm playing the game named Nekketsu Koha Kunio-Kun. Pardon my pronunciation, I've probably got it completely wrong. No introduction this time because the game is really short, it's a 1987 game, so they technically couldn't give you much of a gameplay back in those days. Well, unless it's an endless loop. But yeah, either way, if I'd make an introduction it would have made like 1/3 of this video, so yeah, no introduction this time. Anyway, this game is probably known better to you as Renegade, as it was named in its American release. And thing is, in the American release they've redrawn a lot of stuff. They've redrawn all enemies, protagonists, the background of the stages. Almost everything got new sprites, and yeah, I've decided I want to play this original version because this is the first game in the Kunio-Kun series, and I've got pretty much hooked on the Kunio-Kun series. I mean, right now, if you are, as me, like hooked on that series, you can see that I'm fighting Riki. You've probably recognized him. His design didn't change much through the time. So that's why I've decided I want to play the original Nekketsu Koha Kunio-Kun, because I wanted to see all those characters in their original, original appearance. And I've definitely got what I've wanted, I must say. While in Renegade everything got, the 80s vibe. If you watched the movies like The Warriors or... I'm not even sure what should I mention. I've watched pretty much movies from the 80s, but the only thing that comes to my mind right now is The Warriors, probably because Wikipedia mentioned it as well. But they've got it spot on, The Warriors is pretty much the 80s movie. If you haven't watched it, you gotta watch it. I really recommend it to you if you like the 80s. And everything in the Renegade, the American release of this game, has been redrawn kinda in one vibe with that movie. It is like very 80s looking. While it's cool in its own way, I've decided I prefer this over the Renegade after all, and yeah, that's why I'm playing Nekketsu Koha Kunio-Kun. Damn it, that's one hard name. Besides, there's not much of a plot in this game, aside from several spoken lines, which I'm pretty sure do not really mean anything plot-wise. There's nothing written which is related to the plot, and all in all, there's pretty much nothing to understand. The whole plot can be said in 2 lines, like the various gangs attack a guy from our school, and we, as the leader of our school, are rushing to his rescue, rushing to avenge him, something like that. Well, just defend him, That's the whole plot. There's really nothing about it, nothing more about it. And therefore, I guess Japanese version in this particular example is not a problem. I'm cool with it. There is really nothing more you should, Probably reading the names of the characters could have been a nice addition, but I don't know Japanese and I can read them, but that's not much of a trouble, once again, because most of the characters, I know them throughout the series. Yeah, so I'm okay with the Japanese version. Hope you're okay with it as well. What else should I mention? Oh yeah, I should probably mention that you probably know that Kunio-Kun, you know how it went. With this game it got popular, and so Kunio-Kun series got tons of sequels and spin-offs and stuff. But I should probably tell you that this game pretty much can be counted as the first Double Dragon game. Thing is, they've decided to make Double Dragon after this game got popular. So they've pretty much wanted the very same gameplay, but with that addition, so 2 players could play the game simultaneously. And that's how they've got Double Dragon made. And how to put it, this game can be counted as the very first Double Dragon game as well, and I gotta say, when you compare it to the very first Double Dragon, I mean, this game with the actual very first Double Dragon, which was named Double Dragon, it really feels very similar, very similar, yeah. And so if you're a fan of Double Dragon games, this is probably the game you should try as well. Probably you should try it in the Renegade textures, so, you know, it will feel more like actual Double Dragon. I feel that the Renegade, spiritually, is closer to Double Dragon than Kunio-Kun. Serious? Yeah. And here, by the way, we are fighting an all-female gang. And you could have probably noticed that this is the first appearance of the fearsome Misuzu. And let me say, she's probably the hardest boss in the game. Here she comes. Oh man. Oh man. Misuzu is really hard one, you know? I mean, she's like legitimately hard boss. You know, the very last boss, Sabu, he's only hard because he has a one-shot kill attack. Other than that, he's not that hard to beat. While Misuzu, well, she's legitimately the hardest boss to kill. I mean, she can give you a lot of damage, even though it is not a one-shot. So it seems like a fair fight with her, you know? And it's really hard to damage her. I mean, well, that's pretty much all I mean. Yeah, Misuzu is legit and hard at the same time. While Sabu, well, he feels more like a glass cannon. As long as you can dodge his gun, you can like punch him like I don't even know what. He's like completely helpless. He's truly helpless. I don't know what I can say about him. You'll see it in a couple of minutes. Even less than a couple of minutes. Misuzu just went down. And that's about it pretty much. I've only got last stage left. Yeah, and the thing about it, I'm playing on easy, but it really doesn't matter much because on the last stage, every enemy has a one-shot kill attack. These guys with knives, as long as they, you know, manage to like stick you with their knife, that's it. That's death for you. Instant death. So it doesn't really matter if you're playing on easy, medium or hard. The last stage always has pretty much the same technique. And here comes the final boss, Sabu. He also got a one-shot attack, but yeah. The trouble is he's got a gun. So this is even harder than the knives because it is ranged. I'll give you a little tip though. If you are not sure that you can dodge away from the line he shoots, you can run towards the wall and hit the wall. Thing is, once you're in the animation of falling down, and in this game you can actually hit the wall face first and fall down from the collision, you know? So once in the animation you are falling down, the bullet can hurt you, and the bullet in this game flies kinda slow, or maybe Kunio runs that fast that he can literally like keep up with the bullet. Anyway, you can run away from the bullet, hit the wall, and so the bullet won't hit you as you fall down. That's pretty much a useful tip, you know, if you feel like cornered, that's probably what you should do. And once again, this boss is not really hard, but you get to dodge it a lot. I don't know, Misuzu feels a lot more like, you know, legitimate and interesting boss. Fight with Misuzu feels a lot more like an actual fight. But then again, Sabu will go on with his glass cannon image in all other games. I mean, in all the games I've played, Sabu was just like this. He was equipped with his trusty gun and he was like a glass cannon character. But that's it, you see, he doesn't have much left. Just a little bit more and Sabu will went down. Come on, here. That's it. Alright, good. And that's it. Thanks for being with me, cats. Hope you liked it. Enjoy the final screen and stay tuned for more. Thank you and good luck.